Welcome to the Lucidus podcast, where I explore everything because I've come to learn that everything is connected to everything else, and also because I am compelled by this inner, I would say drive, but it's not, like this inner knowing that there's more inside of me. There's more potential inside of me than I yet realize. And the discovery of that seems very important on my journey. It also has been very difficult. So today I want to share the beginning of something I've been working on. Or I should say, it's not even the beginning. I should say the next step. So when I was in South Carolina 2020 and 2021, suddenly a story came to me. And at the time I called it the Seven Bloods. And now I've realized the name of it's going to be the Eight Temptations. And I wrote practically the whole story. And it's just been sitting there for the last few years. And I've been waiting for it to reappear. And it is reappearing suddenly. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the characters. So over here, you'll see here is pride. And here is lust and wrath and envy, gluttony, greed, sloth. And in the middle, you'll see sorrow. So the eight temptations were the original before they became the seven deadly sins. And the premise of this story is what I began to realize when the story just started emerging out of me. I just sat down and started writing. And I realized, how this eight temptations came about, someone sitting in meditation for many, many months alone came out and said, hey, these are the things that each person needs to overcome on their journey. But I didn't know that yet. I just started writing the story. And I, on my own, realized, hey, like each of us has the opportunity here to engage with these energies, these beings in my story. They're literal people, or they're not people, they're literal deities. And each of us has the opportunity to engage with these and, like, quote unquote, overcome them. What's interesting to me in the story is you quickly begin to see how, for most of us, some of these come easily. So for me, if I were going to show up and need to overcome each of these, I would probably start with sloth. That would be the easiest one for me. Maybe I'd move to greed or wrath or lust. Maybe those would be next. I will tell you my final one would be right here. Envy. I believe everybody else has something that I don't have, that I'm seriously lacking in some way. And so I have a lot of envy for other people because I believe they have something I don't have. So this would be the one that I would do last because it's a big one for me, and it's big for me to say that that's my weakness. So this story is wanting to come alive again. So I've pulled up all my old writings. I've rewritten the first chapter because I understand it much more what I'm doing. And I'm going to have, so this is an introduction to the book, just a really brief introduction. So the premise of the book is the people on Earth have the opportunity to go to a different realm and engage with each of these deities and overcome or pass a challenge that each one of them offers them. The price is high. The price is high. The price is your life. So price is high. And I don't, and the win is also high. I'm not going to explain a lot more, but that's kind of the premise of the book. And of course, each of their challenges is really fascinating to write about, and watching different characters breeze through some and really struggle through others. And then I get the chance to learn about all of them as I write about them. So my son is going to read the first chapter, which is just so cool, and he reads it so well, where you get to meet each of these. There are many other characters that will come in as the humans arrive to begin to take this challenge. So this is the introduction to the Eight Temptations, a book that I'm going to slowly begin to work with and through again. But I wanted to share, I just did this today. I sat down and did this today, and I will slowly fill in as I understand how these deities, energies, literal challenges for many of us as a human being, how they interact with each other, how they interplay with each other, and also how they engage with us and show up in each of our lives. So I hope you find this interesting. I hope that I have a chance to write this book in such a way that it offers us a perspective, a really deep insight into who they are. I think what frustrates me is, like, you hear about the seven deadly sins or whatnot, and they just say, don't do those, don't be those. And I want to say, what is it? Who are they? Like, who are they? Like, who is lust? Like, literally, who is lust? Who is wrath? Like, who are these energies? If they were beings, maybe they are, who's to say? And how could we? How would we? How do we? And not only that, but how do we learn from each other? Like, how can I learn from someone who maybe envy plays no role in their life? Like, they just intuitively know that they have everything inside them that anyone else has. But they're struggling with sloth. Like, they just can't, their apathy is so great. They can, who knows? But how can others' journeys help me understand and grow to overcome my challenges with whatever mine are? The premise of the book, just briefly, a reading will come along shortly from my son. I'm so excited to share that with you. And for now, just know that there is an amazing story. It's really, really cool story. Okay, bye-bye.